want TOR to work. Tema Oil Refinery must work.
TOR to work?
Yes. TOR must work. Tema Oil Refinery must work. Because if TOR works, that is going to cut fuel prices by about maybe 10%.
Perhaps you can educate us. You said it will cut fuel prices by what? Please land on that point before I come in.
10%. We are saying it's going to cut fuel price by 10% because freight charges currently, due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, have surged, right? And for that matter,
Ben, you'd have to speak up for us because
So if we have TOR working, it means that certain cost elements in importing refined products will not be borne by the BDCs. And these cost elements could be freight and other insurance elements will not be borne by the BDCs. If TOR works, what government of Ghana can do is what we call intergovernment transfers, or government negotiating on behalf of the sovereign people of Ghana with the IOCs, the international oil companies. So what I mean is that we have Tullow Oil in Ghana. We have Patro SA in Ghana, and these are some of the IOCs that we are partnering them at most of the fields we have in Ghana. In any of the fields, daily production is around 144,000 barrels a day. Ghana's share is 18% of the 144,000 barrels a day. Now, if Ghana's share is 18% of the 144, averagely 18% of the 144,000 barrels a day, Tema Oil Refinery can do 53,500 barrels a day. And that is about 70 to 80% of our daily consumption, because in Ghana we do 90,000 barrels a day. What government can do is to negotiate with these IOCs to sell us their products, some of the products, so that Tema Oil Refinery refines them and sell onto the local market. Then the shortfall of about 20-something thousand, or maybe let's say 30-something thousand, that shortfall could be imported into the country. Now, when Tema Oil Refinery does that, it doesn't need the central bank to continuously appreciating the policy rate, which even also have certain crowding out effects. If I say crowding out effects, it means that most of the banks will not even be ready to lend to the firms or households, but rather are ready to lend to government, because they realize that when policy rate goes higher, treasury bill rate goes higher, so government is the safest place to lend their monies to. And that is why currently there's not even money in the system, because most of the banks are not even lending to households and firms. They are rather lending to government. Right? So we must make TOR work through certain intergovernmental transfers, whereby even what our share, 18%, and then we buy another percentage from these IOCs and then stop TOR to work. TOR has about, under the word between 2015 and 2016, TOR refined 7 million barrels of product. Why can't TOR work today? And I think it is a conversation we all must have.
Between 2015 to 2016?
15, and then what happened? 1 year, because they even bought a little added TOR. He refined 7 million barrels in that 1.5 year, 2015 half year to 2016. 7 million barrels. Why are we not refining today? And the policy deficiency in most of our thinkers is that, and sometimes I don't know where they get it from, this one-dimensional way of thinking, that, someone out there is saying that the European market and saying that we should go green, climate change. How much does Ghana emit? The last time I said we're emitting about 3.something%. How much is that compared to China? China is not going climate change. How much is that compared to Russia? Russia is not going climate change. We have fuel underground. Instead of our thinkers to think of how to produce this fuel, give it to our industry to power the economy, they are thinking of climate change. And sometimes you hear people, we are bringing renewable vehicles, we are bringing whatever vehicles. These are not your technologies. When you lose your own, you are going to buy the technology from outside world. And that is why I keep on mentioning that we don't have thinkers in Ghana.
I want to find out from you. I think you know better than me. You know, TOR operates with machines and, of course, personnel. There's been the discussion of a huge attrition rate from TOR. People who were working at TOR actually leaving to join global oil giants, among others. What is the state of TOR? Is it in the position to do what they did under Wadako?
It is. Now, the challenge of TOR currently is about finance. Because the last time an organization called the Seaboard, normally they publish what we call the industry report. In 2018, when they published a particular industry report, TOR had 800 workers. A normal refinery like TOR at that time should be having 150 workers. But TOR had 800 workers in 2018. So for
800 workers for a refinery that's not refining anything.
Yes. So it means that...
And you said they required 15.
150.
150.
Like
150, and then they are doing 800.
800
while it's doing nothing.
Nothing. Right. So for human resource, TOR doesn't lack human resource. TOR lacks managerial and then focus and commitment to let it work. As we speak, every month or every quarter, the machines are tested. The machines are rerun. When machines are rerunning, you need utilities, you need water, you need electricity. Because a refinery at that nature, when you don't rerun it, you don't retest it, the equipment rust, right? And that also brings another cost component. So if today we want TOR to work, it can work. We just need minimum capital resources to import crude for it to work. We need minimum capital to retool certain components that may have certain maintenance challenges or whatever. It is commitment. It's lack of commitment and lack of vision, because we don't think. And until we begin to think as a nation with interest to develop our people, to develop our households, to develop our firms, TOR will keep lying there, idle.
90.5.
Get money out of it. Today, most of the ministers go out there and they are happy. Oh, Gov't is bringing a refinery in Nigeria. When Gov't brings a refinery in Nigeria, it will help all of us because we have shorter routes to import products from. Once you have your own in Ghana, it is because you lack foresight. You don't have that vision. And that is where I say our leaders don't think. And we must force them to think in the interest of Ghana.
But let me land by asking you, so 800 workers at TOR, what is TOR currently used for?
So currently, TOR has become like a depot.
A depot?
Yes. So now...
A depot for who?
For BDCs.
Oh, private companies go and deposit their products at TOR?
Yes. That is what it is meant for now.
Oh, refined products?
Refined products.
So TOR is like, keep it for me, I'll come and take it later.
Yeah, I'll come and take it back. That is what TOR is doing now. A refinery built in 1963 where Ghana had no oil.
But are they earning some money from that?
Yeah, they earn throughput charges.
Throughput charges?
Yes, charges. So if you put your products in any of the tanks, if you are taking the products out, we charge you per day, per metric ton. Those are the charges TOR is earning. However, if TOR were to refine, it will earn these throughput charges and also earn refinery charges. And that will help the economy.
I'm wondering if, because I know a lot of these companies, TOR, GMPC, among others, a lot of them run on their budget that is from particular sectors. How is TOR, where is the money coming from for TOR?
So TOR's debt is on your books, is on the books of the petroleum consumer. In 2003, the government of Ghana passed what we call TOR Debt Recovery Levy Act 642. Yeah, I'm right, 642 in 2003. And since 2003, anytime you bought fuel, you pay 8 pesos to TOR. So as we're speaking today, TOR is not running. TOR is operating at a net loss of 546 million Ghana cedis. You can take the state ownership report of 2020. But you pay 8 pesos per liter for its operations. A company that is running net losses, you pay 8 pesos per liter. anytime you bought fuel. So the media, Ghanaians must tell this government that enough is enough. TOR must work because TOR has the capacity to work.
And I just want a few questions. First, if they are operating as a tank farm,
yes,
and that is what they are comfortable with, then the staff levels, I'm guessing, will have to go down significantly.
However, that is not the case.
It just keeps on going up.
Yes, because of political interference and then bringing cronies and then friends, children, and whatever. Because there's no employment, the lack of employment rate is around 13.4 now. So if they appoint any MD or they appoint any political officer, he recruits his political persons into the operations of TOR, a company that doesn't work. And then your 8% that is meant to revive TOR is used in paying these employees.
Just one last issue. For the sake of emphasis, you said we consume how many?
90,000 barrels a day.
90,000 barrels a day.
Yes.
And you said TOR can refine how much of that?
So TOR has 2 units. We have what we call the CDU, Central Distillation Unit, that does 40,000 barrels a day. And then a better unit, a refined unit called the Residual Catalytic Cracker Unit, RFCC unit, that also does 18,500. So if you put TOR's capacity, daily capacity, TOR does 53,500 a day. And we consume 90,000 barrels a day. So if you look at 53,500 barrels and then 90,000, that's about 70% of TOR can do about 70% of our daily consumption, maybe 80% of our daily consumption.
And you are confident that TOR, with just some injection of money, will be able to do this?
I am overconfident that with some injection of money and good management, TOR should be able to do it because TOR has done it before, and the word happened, TOR did it before under KK Sapon. KK Sapon in 2004 refined 11 million barrels of product. The word happened 2015-16 refined 7 million barrels of product. Why now? Why can't they do? TOR can do it.
Because the question people are asking is the question of efficiency rate of TOR.
TOR can be efficient depending on who runs it and who manages it. And that's why I mentioned these great leaders, whoever managed it. Under President Rawlings, TOR was our only refiner, refining products for us. And even a subsidized regime, TOR was doing it. So why not today a deregulated regime where TOR will get its cost recovery and then profit margin? Why can't they do it today? Efficiency depends on management. And when you get the right management, the place will be efficient. Radio Gold has efficient management. If you get a bad management, Radio Gold will be poorly managed. When you get good management, effectiveness and efficiency will be redirected and the focus will be achieved. So we just need we need good managers of TOR. And that is why I've been saying that due to political interference, people are calling for recapitalization of it. Maybe people are saying that let's have a joint venture where government of Ghana shares and then private equity or private individuals. We can look at all these models in the interest of Ghana. If joint venture like what we did to Gov't can help us, let's make TOR a joint venture. The private person supervises because the private person has invested and injected his money, equity into it. And for that matter, the private person will need dividends or returns on investment. If that is how we are going to do it, and we should go that way so that the private person keeps supervisory role on the operations of TOR and then limits too much political and the managerial interference in its operations. If that model will serve us right, let's look at it. And then make sure that we applied for TOR to work. I think when prices started increasing, the first thing you heard, you can go through your news portals and everything. Minister of Energy came out to, TOR is going to work. Very soon TOR refine our products. There are headlines, various headlines since January 2022. It is almost 6 months now. When is TOR going to work? And that is where I want us to have the conversation, because when TOR begins to work, prices locally will decline and everyone will benefit in this economy.
Thank you very much, Ben. Okay, so Ben has a couple of things that he's throwing around. I think the first one point he made was the point of, can we diversify